Welcome to our Friday healing. Today, we're going to do a healing meditation around aligning with your inner wisdom. And most importantly, we want to make sure that our inner wisdom is actually from God, creating a clear path and alignment to God's will for our lives. So, where does this come from? Wisdom comes from study, and it comes from knowing and believing in the truths of what God promises to us and of how the universe works. Too often we believe our own lies based on our past experiences or how we were shaped through our family culture. But typically, this just isn't in line with God's promises to us. For example, maybe you saw your parents struggle with money or joy, thinking life was a series of events requiring hard work, and that was all. Well, is this really true, or are we told something different by God? You can get the truth straight from verses in the Bible, and there are plenty of people that you can listen to that teach these truths. One person is Travis Peters. He's one of my mentors, and he has a ton of free YouTube videos that break down God's word, and that can help you realize that we are here to have a good life full of abundance, health, and service. There have been some major themes this week that we've looked at, and we will bring into this healing, clearing out worry, doubt, fear every single time you feel it, and bring yourself back to the present moment, remembering that presence is where your power is. This is also where you get the most inspiration and intuition for inspired actions. And we'll also do a healing to make sure that we are connected to Source through our crown chakras, our third eye, and our heart chakras. So remembering that our heart has wisdom of its own, often way in advance of our mind. So let's get right into our healing, and you will want to make sure that you are not driving, you're seated in a comfortable position, and you have the ability to close your eyes. Let's begin. Close your eyes. Start your deep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just feel what's here for you now, bringing all your presence and awareness to your body. Calling 100% of your spirit into your body now. And for this healing today, we're going to go on a little journey. And together on a cloud, we're going to rise up through the skies, the sun and the moon that will pass, the stars and the Milky Way. And then we're going to just pierce through this thin light white membrane where we arrive in the upper world. And I'll take us the rest of the way. Just continue your breathing the whole time. And we're calling on all of our compassionate helping spirits, our angels and guides, who are given to us from God. And we invite you to be here with us now. And to know our intention is to connect with our inner wisdom that is directly aligned with God's will for our life. And to start with, they're asking us just to turn inwards and just feel any sensations you feel in your body. Go to the strongest sensation that you feel now and continue your deep breathing. once you find that, just maybe rate what you feel from 0 to 10. 0 is nothing, and 10 is the strongest possible sensation or pain that you could feel. And then just keep your focus and awareness and attention on that sensation. And continue using your breath. And just check in with that sensation. Every sensation we feel in our physical body is an emotion. So just check in and see, is this fear, sadness, or anger? Continue your breath and just get a sense of what the emotion is about if you can. And as you breathe with your awareness into that physical sensation, what will start to happen is it will dissolve and dissipate, or it will move and dissolve and dissipate. And just call forward all your inner children who are holding on to that emotion of fear, anger, or sadness. Just invite them forward, telling them how much you love them, that they're safe. You're so glad that they're there expressing themselves to you now. Just try and get a sense for what they're saying or feeling. Continue your deep breathing. And as you're getting that sense of how your inner child feels, just love them with all your heart. As you are loving them, you may notice that they start to ease in their tension, that they start to feel better. Just keep breathing deeply as you do this. And once they start to feel better, or that physical sensation that you first felt begins to lighten, you can continue your breath until it's completely gone, so you know that that emotion is dissolved fully. Or you can go ahead and just invite them back into your heart when they feel better, knowing that parts of you that haven't been with you in a long time, because they were stuck and frozen in that emotion, are now with you again. So it's important to keep using your breath here, please. And that will help to move the energy to and through you. And so what you're doing is not only releasing stuck emotions that were being held inside your body by you and your inner child, but you're actually hearing them and loving them, which helps your inner child to feel safe. Really great work. And now with our spirit helpers, we're going to move to our upper chakras. We'll start at our crown chakra. And just invite you to feel above the space where your head is. And continue your deep breathing. This is our connection to Source, to God. We want this to be open and active. Many of us have closed. And as our little ones are loved, we invite them back into our heart. And you may sense now that your crown is open and balanced. And this is where we can connect with Source. We can get amazing, incredible, intuitive ideas. Just breathe into that and feel what that feels like. Beautiful. Let's move down to our third eye, which is just where your forehead is, or if you were to look up diagonally from your eyes with them closed, that would be your third eye. And we're calling forward all of our inner children who are afraid to have our third eye, our pineal gland, open and balanced. And we're continuing with our deep breathing. And as we call these little ones forward, we just are loving them. Listening or sensing if they're afraid, sad, or angry, worried to have this chakra open and balanced. And as they feel better, you can invite them into your heart again, which will open the third eye chakra and balance it. And then finally, we're moving down to our heart chakra. And as you know, the heart has its own memory, its own cells and receptors, its own intuition, well before our mind's intuition. And as you continue your deep breathing, we call forward all of our inner children who are afraid to have our heart chakra open and balanced. Maybe we've closed it from hurt or pain that we've experienced in relationships. Just know that you're completely safe, and with your breath, it brings you back into your present moment. You may feel a warmth at your heart. Just enjoy that as your inner children are coming forward and you're loving them. Beautiful. And when they feel better, invite them back into your heart. And this will open up your heart chakra and balance it. I'm being guided to share that if you feel some resistance here, you can spend more time at the heart chakra later. You can always come back and breathe to this space. And because we're with our spirit helpers, we're now going to thank them for helping us to open up and balance our chakras. And we're also going to ask for each of us to have a unique and individual gift that we can be given now. A gift that helps us to connect to our higher self's guidance. That higher self with a capital S that is connected to God, to Source, to God's will for our lives. And if you'd like that, I ask you to continue your breath and just in your mind's eye say yes now. I'm being shown that many of us are receiving a deepening connection to our heart chakra, but also a connection from our crown to our heart and a connection from our third eye to our heart. Just breathe that in. Many of us are receiving gifts of the feeling of safety and peace. Gifts that will help us be more present and consciously aware of our thoughts and feelings and emotions. And with your breath and gratitude, just say thank you. We thank our spirit helpers for giving us these gifts and for the connections that we've received. And we ask that you also just help us to be present and be guided and notice when we're getting that guidance in our lives, and knowing that it's a good thing, that it's from God, and that it's deeply connected to Source. And just take 3 nice deep breaths to solidify this healing. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, and just expanding that diaphragm as you breathe in. And as we accept the gifts, many of us are putting weights down that we've been carrying. And we enjoy that feeling of lightness now. Thank you. And together we'll just come back down through the spaces that we've journeyed through. And we pierce through a thin, light white membrane. And then on that same cloud that we went up on, we're coming back down through the stars and the skies, and the sun and the moon, all the way back down to the chair that you're sitting now. And I invite you just to feel your feet on the ground. Take a few nice deep breaths in and out here to ground yourself well. And just visualize that with every exhale, there is a beautiful light or roots of a tree coming out of the base of your spine, and the base of your feet, going down into the core of Mother Earth. When you feel ready, you can just open your eyes and bring your presence and awareness back to your body. Just see what's new here for you. Check in. How do you feel in those upper chakras? Do you feel lighter, freer? Almost like you can even see better through your eyes. Check that physical sensation in your body you first noticed. Is it gone, or is it less of a sensation in your body now? Those are the things you want to look for and notice. And just as you're here and present, just thank yourself and honor yourself for being here today. You did really well. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you here next time.